Hello, I'm TurbulentTy, and welcome to a turbulent, I guess we'll call it, talk. So the main reason of this video, I'll be honest, was just to kind of like demonstrate that I do have a new avatar. So if you see a new character in the bottom left, it's still me, but I just kind of updated a little bit. I felt this fit more of the kind of the vibe I was doing now instead of the previous one. And then just for me, I think just kind of like a walkthrough of this world that I built for the guides here. There's still one more I have to do. I still have to do the farm and charm yet. But this, I'll be honest, this video was mostly for me to just kind of walk through, reminisce, because I'll probably have to, well, I don't have to, but I think I'll be deleting this particular world just to, save up memory, or just to free up memory and all that kind of thing. And so, yeah. But I figure I can kind of do one last walkthrough, kind of show give myself my thoughts. But before that, I do want to also mention too that if you didn't catch the outro of my last guide video there, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Since it is October here, I made a kind of a scary mod pack for a streamer friend of mine, and so after making it and testing it and everything like that, I kind of want to play it myself. So I'm thinking I'm going to do just a little let's play, try to survive type playthrough with it. I'm still debating if I want to do true hardcore with it, or if I want to try and do like a more of a story narrative. I'm probably going to do the story narrative as well. But when I say I'm not sure if it's going to be like true hardcore, because I might want to, depending on how it does and everything like that, if we want to continue, just try to get the goals that I set forth in said deal. If my character were to die in game, I could just kind of like have another respawn and then pretend, it's the son of the character that perished or something like that. Now he has to finish his father's work. I don't know. Just kind of a thought. Feel free to leave your thoughts of it down below in the comments. I'm probably going to go right from this video into recording that one, so I don't know if I will see it. But you can still comment anyway, because it'll probably give me time to change if people are like, no, strictly do hardcore only. If you die, you're just dead. Or if people are more like, no, I want the story, finish the story, then, I'll have options type deal. But I'm kind of putting it in this video here now, just so that you guys can kind of have a heads up. But on to the reminiscent part for me. This section right here. This was the very first section that I did in this world. This was for the Vinery. Let's do Vinery mod pack. And the whole reason I had to start this world is because I actually originally started doing guides. If you look at my very first two videos, I did it in the Prominence 2 mod pack, not realizing that those particular mod packs, I thought it was the way I made mod packs, that you just kind of jam a bunch of mods in there. I was new to Minecraft modding at the time. I did go to college for a little bit of code, so that's kind of why I kind of just jumped in when I couldn't figure out how to actually do the Let's Do Brewery, making the whiskey and all that. So that's kind of why I was able to like do that part of it. But as far as like actually making mod packs and playing them, I was new to that at the time. All of my Minecraft experience before that was just it was actually on Bedrock Edition. I finally ended up buying Java just to experience the modding aspect of it. But yeah, so I actually ended up making like most of the Vinery, my displays here in the Prominence 2 mod pack. And then I found out, after reading the code for said mod pack to kind of double check my work, that some of the recipes weren't lining up. And so this is kind of neat. So apparently in the updates they got rid of that. Anyway, so some of the wines weren't lining up with the code, so that told me that like, oh, the Prominence 2 mod authors have changed some of these recipes. I have to redo all this because I want it to be a guide for Let's Do Vinery, not just Let's Do Vinery in Prominence 2. And so, yeah, I had to remake it all, and actually kind of see my style here of the acacia with the glowstone and the warp planks and the spruce here. This was actually from just a random structure that, in those particular worlds of the very first two guide videos I did, I actually just spawned next to kind of like a village monastery thing, and it had this long hallway, and I just kind of cleared out all the junk out of the hallway and turned it into my first guide area. And then, the reason why this is so bare right here is because I actually didn't count for how many objects or anything there were or anything like that. And so I just kind of wrapped it around to go this way, because originally when I started making these little hallways, it was just going to be like one giant continuous hallway. Decided against that and ended up having it wrap around over here and whatnot. And this is actually the only one that wraps around. All the rest of them do have their own, but like I said, was new to this. I still think I'm pretty new to the whole mod guide making. I've only done the Let's Do series. I do have a list over here of other mods that people have asked me to look at as well, so I'll get to them eventually. Why am I talking right next to all the fire? These furnaces have kind of been a little bit of a bane ever since I placed them all, just because of all the noise they make. And I always forget. Same with this portal right here, which just is how we get to, so this particular goat was actually supposed to be the one that, for the Let's Do Meadow, I was wondering where he went. But yeah, and so I just kind of like copied the design from that over into here. This was one of the smaller mods, so there's not too much in it. I am kind of pleased with my little area right here. I thought this was kind of nice, a little design. Might have to use that in an actual build of some kind, just kind of the glass with the fence around it. Oh, and then we had the Let's Do Bakery. This was actually kind of a fun one, mostly because I had to just kind of play around with the cake station to actually figure out how to make it work and make the cupcakes work and the cookies and all that. Because the code didn't really tell you too much of what happened. It just kind of said like, hey, use this. And so that's how I learned which items I needed to use in the cake station and everything like that. But as far as like which ones did what, I just had to play with it. Not that it was too hard. There was only a couple that did anything, like 2 or 3. And I am also very thankful to all my commenters too, because they're the ones who told me like I can actually put certain stuff in the wall displays, like the bread and the cupcakes and all that. And so yeah, if I do miss something in the guide here, you're more than welcome to. Actually, I please encourage it to actually put it in the comments so I can pin it and everyone else can see it. I'm not sure what was right here. I'm going to guess there was a villager here at one time, but with the update, he's no longer there. And this is also kind of a neat thing too, is like you can kind of see like which products, or not which items have kind of gone away with updates. Like there used to be some villagers in here with I believe it was like a palm kind of fencing. Or no, it was some kind of like bar counter, and it gave them a profession of like bartender or something like that. So I had a little bar area right here, and then once they updated it, the bar was removed, so the villagers kind of just all wandered off. There's one of the unemployed ones over there. I'm sure there's others probably underneath this structure. Yeah, these were also villagers that used to have a job. There was like beach chairs in there that would give them like I think it was called the cool guy profession, and they would just kind of sell you swimwear. But those were also removed. Yeah, I think this is actually how you made that chair that gave him the profession. all the ice creams got taken out, which is kind of sad. I know someone actually commented on my video of like, oh, where's the ice cream? And it's like, unfortunately, they got removed. But yeah, these were all the ice cream recipes. Yeah, a lot of the stuff got removed. I haven't done the farm and charm yet, so I wonder if maybe the mod author just kind of moved all of these items into the farm and charm mod. I'll find out once I get that one. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, yes. And this is actually the first time too. So I would always notice in editing that it would kind of like start raining on me when making these videos. The guides videos, that is. And I finally, after, let's see, 1, 2, 3. The fourth video, I finally decided to add a glass roof so that I didn't have to rain in my videos anymore. And this was the candlelight right here. It was neat. It mostly just kind of added decorative stuff. I wonder if they ever fixed the letter of the typewriter. I say letter. There was I remember for a bit there, the love letter you could not seal. It still doesn't work. It's a shame, though. But yeah, lots of fun little dishes in this one. I do like how they still have the chef villagers. They're kind of fun. Oh, and then was let's do camping. Yep, let's do camping. Some more villagers who've wandered off, I guess. Yeah, I do kind of wish the tents had more of a purpose than just kind of decorative. But, yeah. And keeping the villagers in the tents isn't really something they're really meant for. That was just kind of something I did. And if you're kind of wondering why they're vibrating, they kind of just jump up and down. Like this guy right here, I didn't put any carpet on the top, so they just kind of jumped. And so to kind of keep the jumping to a minimum, I just put carpet on the top. And then we have the Let's Do Fishing. I actually didn't even know about this mod until someone commented on it. So if they hadn't commented, I probably would have missed this one entirely. But yeah, just kind of that. And if you're wondering what that giant stick is over there that you kind of see rendering in and out, that is my giant copper rod tower. When making this, I got worried that a thunder strike would just burn all of my stuff up. So I just built that way over there. Yeah, and then another common comment I would get about on the Let's Do Vinery stuff is like the aging of wines. And yeah, basically I put these in when I very first made the Let's Do Vinery thing, just to kind of stick them off to the side here. They're age 6 now. And as you can see, days left to improve is 141. And I get so many comments of like, oh, my wine isn't aging. And it's like, I'm sorry, they just take forever. Because let's see. Vinery was the first video, so I did, not counting that, we'll do the nether. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different guide videos I made, and they're only to age 6. And so you got to remember that includes like me running around in here setting all the stuff up, placing all these blocks and getting the item frames and all that. So yeah, it takes a while. And then these ones right here, the Let's Do Vinery had a little interface update And so instead of just kind of going down there and using that one, I just put them all right here because this is where I was just playing with them and whatnot. And yeah, so well, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Like I said, this is more or less just kind of a reminiscent thing for me. So, isn't that pretty? The sun setting and everything. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Thank you so much for all your comments and all that. And hopefully my little Monster Slayer video will be good. But thank you so much again. Bye.